Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you for inviting me here. It is a great honor to be able to contribute to this important conference. And I want to give a special thanks for the organizer, Brother Julian and the UK Islamic Mission, who are doing a great job in the field of dawah and for the Muslim community in general. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala support and protect them, and of course the rest of their team. Now, as said before, I am a Muslim now for 5 years, alhamdulillah, and my life has changed completely. Now I know that Islam is a beautiful religion, a religion of peace, wisdom, tolerance, and answers to all of our questions. Now I don't care anymore for money, expensive cars, fancy clothing, a big house or luxury holidays. It is only stuff, meaningless and useless when you are alone in your grave. I have wasted a lot of time in my life before I embraced Islam, and I want to spend the rest of my life now in serving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and our beautiful religion. So before I embraced Islam, my heart was empty. Trying to fill this emptiness with partying, luxury holidays, expensive watches, etc. did not work. Now my bank account is empty and my car is a small Peugeot born 17 years ago. But now my heart is filled with the love and wisdom of Islam, alhamdulillah. Since I became a Muslim, I felt a responsibility to contribute to our community and thereby using the educations and skills that I used before to fight Islam. A lot of people, of course, really don't like me for doing that. So 4 years ago, I established a political party, open for everybody, of course, but based on Islam. And we have been re-elected last year again. So we were very proud of this thing. I know there is a disagreement about participating in democracy, and of course the Islamic law is the best system, but as a minority in the Western world we have to deal with the system we live in and try to do that the best we can. Also, I have established the European Dawah Foundation in 2014. With this foundation we want to create awareness, education and cooperation amongst the young Muslims in our community. We are organizing sport activities, homework aid and parenting advice. Recently we started a project in Tanger, Morocco, where we help families in need, and inshallah in the near future we want to establish an orphanage in Tanger as well. I just came from Tanger yesterday. I was there for 10 years. Spent 10 years, no, of course, no, 10 days, not yet. And it was, very inspiring. And inshallah, I will be back there within a few weeks. So besides of all, of course, I'm studying Arabic, Quran and Islam, because that is what you should do as a Muslim in general, of course. And especially for new Muslims, this is very important. It's always gaining knowledge and you never stop. Now, there is a lot of work to be done for us as a Muslim community. In these days of growing polarization and intolerance, it is very important for us as a Muslim community to unite and to cooperate. Only then we can face these difficult times and protect our religion for us, and more important, for the future, for our children and grandchildren. Because if we don't act now at this moment, Islam will disappear from Europe within 10, 20, maybe 30 years. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to prevent this from happening. We have a great responsibility in this. First of all, we have to unite as a Muslim community. I said it before, and that is probably the biggest challenge. I see and hear endless discussions over how to put your hands during Salat, how many centimeters your pants should be below your ankles, or how to wear your hijab. And of course, the vicious discussions in social media over what scholar you should follow and what scholar absolutely not. So please stop this. It is giving me headaches and it's a waste of time and it's completely useless. And beside of that, this is not the example we have to give to our children and to non-Muslims. Realize that we are under attack. There is a war, at least a soft war, going on against Islam and Muslims. We have to wake up. Don't be a sheep. Take your responsibility as a Muslim. So what can we do? First of all, don't consider yourself a victim. Don't see yourself as immigrant or second-rate citizen, because you are not. You are a full member of this society with the same duties and rights like everybody else. Be proud to be a Muslim. Don't hide your religion or try to create your own Western version of Islam, only to be accepted by others. Don't become the Muslim that is going to the pub with your colleagues on Friday and drink a beer or 2 or 3. Trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Follow your religion and keep away from the whisperings of shaitan. Be strong and faithful for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and of course yourself. And very important, reach out to the young generation. And I'm very happy to see that there are a lot of young people here in this event. Make sure you raise them well and make sure they get the right education. Maybe we have failed as community so far, but inshallah they will be the leaders of the future, the leaders we miss at this moment. We have to invest in them, specifically in them. And don't wait until they are 18, 19, 20 years old. Start creating leaders at the age of 12, 13, 14 years old. There is a lot of young potential in our community. We have to use this potential. Make sure we raise a generation that is aware of its responsibility, that is able to protect Islam and our community, that is able to create a lobby. The first generation worked in factories. The second generation now are teachers, lawyers, or are running successful businesses. The next generation, inshallah, should become decision makers. We have enough mosques, or better to say, we have a sufficient amount of mosques. Now we have to invest in people to fill these mosques. Invest in our own media, schools, youth and elderly care, medical facilities, labor unions, political parties. We have to create a very strong lobby. Especially the influence of media is very underestimated. The biased picture of Islam and Muslims in general created by the mainstream media is very damaging for our community and for our religion. It is therefore very important to invest in a professional, neutral media that is telling the truth about Islam and what is going on in the world. Not only in so-called Muslim countries, but especially here in Europe. We have to invest in our young potentials by teaching them media skills and debating techniques. We need education and talent, specifically in this field. Not with the intent to create a parallel society, of course not, or to stand with our back to the society, but in a way that we contribute in a positive way to the society as a whole, without extremism, but with pride, with an open eye, with the behavior of a good Muslim. Because after all, the best dawah is our own behavior. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect and help us all. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stand with us in these times of many challenges. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our children and the future generations. Thank you very much. Kesaksian.